Gentiloni is the European Commissioner for Economy, and he joins me now from New York. Great to have you with us, sir. An important time. EU saying 60,000 tons of grain burnt due to strikes that we've seen in Mykolaiv and Odessa. I want you to take me through the numbers right now and what you're anticipating to be the damage as it stands.
Well, of course, this is not only a major factor for inflation, but it is an extraordinary risk for low-income countries. We experienced already a few months ago the impact of food crisis. Then the grain deal was a tool to reduce this impact, and now we are back again. I think this is a clear message that this war is affecting also low-income countries and the global south. And this, I think, should be clear in the international community, the Russian responsibility in affecting the global south and increasing the food crisis in these countries.
Commissioner, look, there's been a question on whether Ukraine can still export grain without Russia's security guarantees. But now that Russia is saying that any vessel that is in the Black Sea will be assumed to be carrying military cargo, that basically closes the door in terms of taking grain through the Black Sea. What does this mean in terms of finding alternatives to move grain out of Ukraine?
We worked, the European Union, a lot to ensure the possibility for Ukrainian grain exports through railways, through Romania and other countries. But it is crystal clear that this, that we call solidarity lane, are working, but at the same time, the blocking of the sea transport is in any case a damage, not only for Ukraine exports, but it is a damage for especially the global south of the world. And this should be clearly said, it is a Russian responsibility.
Look, there are 5 Central European countries that want an EU ban on Ukrainian grain imports to be extended until the end of the year. We're talking about Bulgaria, Hungary, Poland, Romania, Slovakia. But these countries say the grain can transit through to other markets. But they also say that it's hurting local farmers when Ukrainian grain passes through. What are you planning to do with this EU ban? Because as you say, we have, according to the World Food Programme, 345 million people that are currently sitting in very dire situations when it comes to food security. So this grain needs to in some way get to the international markets and not have any constraints by the EU.
Oh, I think there is no constraint by the EU. There is, of course, some consequences in the countries you were mentioning, but the EU worked a lot with these countries to make possible that solidarity lane will still function. The point I continue to make is that this is not something cancelling the Russian responsibility in stopping the maritime flow of grain exports, which is something unacceptable for the international community.
Absolutely. Look, European inflation right now at 5.5%. What impact is this going to have on inflation in the EU and generally across the board? What are you pricing in right now?
Well, inflation is declining. Decline is mostly connected to the decline in energy prices. But of course, food price increase could make this decline slowing down. And this is what also we want to avoid. But honestly, this is not the main concern. The main concern is for those in the world that could suffer for this lack of grains and food crisis. Inflation will continue to decline.
Absolutely. I mean, that is the biggest issue here with this grain deal. And there's big hope that it'll be hopefully rectified in the next month or so. But I want to ask you something else. There's a U.S. economist that was hired for a tech regulator in Europe. You, together with others, signed a joint letter not to hire her specifically. She's resigned. Why were you opposed to this particular appointment? It is an important role right now as we're seeing quantum leaps when it comes to technology advancements.
Well, I think that's rather an internal issue for the European Commission. I think this was a very well-known professional. The discussion was, don't we have a European professional for this role? But at the end of the day, she resigned, and so I think the issue is over now.
Is over. Okay, thank you, sir. Look, Commissioner, great to have you on. Thank you for your clarity and your insights on this issue that is facing the world right now on food security. We appreciate it. Well